What will happen when a guy who loves taking pictures of animals finds a sick lion in the Amazon? He has no idea that this will turn into an amazing adventure, creating a strong connection between him and the lion. The story begins with George, a man who loves taking pictures of animals, especially in the wild. He's in the Amazon forest, excited to capture the beauty of the wildlife for his documentary. As the sun sets, making the landscape look warm and colorful, George is unaware that this ordinary expedition is about to turn into an extraordinary adventure. While George is busy taking photos, the savanna becomes calm and peaceful. Out of nowhere, a lioness quietly approaches him from behind. George gets scared and thinks about leaving, but the lioness doesn't seem interested in attacking. Instead, it's like she has a message or a plea for help. Despite being frightened, George decides to follow her with his camera, ready to capture whatever happens next. George followed the lioness and discovered a big lion in the distance, looking very swollen. This confused and worried him, so he quickly called the local vet and forest rangers using his phone. Little did he know that this call would start a series of events revealing a mystery beyond everyone's expectations. The vet, Alina, rushed to the location upon receiving the urgent call. It wasn't a typical request for help. It presented her with an unusual challenge. Once there, Alina saw the lion's strange condition and understood how serious it was. After talking with George and the rangers, they all agreed that surgery was the only way to save the lion. With time ticking away, the vet, along with the rangers and police who had arrived, began the tricky process of calming down the lion. George, familiar with wildlife, found himself in the middle of an unexpected collaboration between animal lovers, law enforcers, and a determined vet. The forest ranger team decided to make the lion unconscious, and the vet used a machine called an ultrasound to find a strange bulge in the lion's stomach. This discovery raised many questions for George. After removing a chip, the vet carefully did surgery on the lion. The rangers, realizing how serious it was, anxiously waited for the lion to wake up. The vet praised the rangers for their strong commitment to protecting wildlife. When the lion woke up, and the lion didn't attack anyone and ran away to the bushes with the lioness, this scene made George's day and his love for animals. After the lion encounter, George went back to his home in New York and excitedly told his colleagues the amazing story. Meeting the lion had a big impact on George, making him love wild animals even more. 4 months later, George decided to have his vacation in the Amazon forest. He was eager to take more pictures of wildlife, so he packed up his camera and gear and headed into the forest. While looking for the perfect photo spot, George got into a dangerous situation. A group of coyotes surrounded him, and he started yelling for help. Unfortunately, his phone died, leaving him stuck and worried about the coyotes. Out of nowhere, a lion roared, scaring away the coyotes. George was still nervous, thinking the lion might be a threat. But instead, the lion came up to him and gave him a hug. George was surprised to realize it was the same lion he had rescued before. In a surprising turn of events, the lion guided George to a touching moment, a reunion with its cubs and lioness. Overwhelmed with emotion, George took pictures of the special moment. The lioness, thankful for George's earlier help, hugged him too. When George got back home, his extraordinary wildlife photos earned him recognition, and he was named the best wildlife photographer in his town. This experience not only changed George's life, but also made his bond with the animal kingdom even stronger. That's all for this video. So what's your thoughts on this story? Share your thoughts in the comments section. And until then, take care.